Was there massive fraud affecting the result of the 2020 election, yes or no?
Yes, these were the questions Democrats were itching away at asking Pam Bondi at the confirmation hearing for Attorney General, and something the American people hold near and dear to their heart, of course. Oh wait, sorry, that was an intense amount of sarcasm. Everyone, and I mean everyone, except the blue-haired Democrats that don't have jobs and want to be professional activists, does not care about the 2020 election anymore. But of course, no Democrats are asking the question why they lost 6 million votes and how Biden got more votes than Barack Obama. Maybe because there's one reason: the common sense fact that mail-in ballots are susceptible to fraud. But that's fine, we have a new improved administration coming in, and Pam Bondi is taking her gloves off at this hearing, doing a phenomenal job at making the Democrats look as ridiculous as they sound.
Senator, I'm glad you asked that question, if you'll let me answer what I saw in Pennsylvania.
No, I asked a simple question about massive fraud.
I can only tell you what I saw in Pennsylvania.
I know you want to answer a different question, but my question is, can you tell us whether there was massive fraud affecting the results of the 2020 election, yes or no? Was there or was there not?
I can tell you what I saw when I went as an advocate to the campaign.
That's not my question. So you can't answer that question. You can't speak that even easy truth to us, let alone to the president.
This is obviously why it's a waste of time for Democrats to ask Trump nominee questions, because they take confirmation hearings as political theater. They're trying to get an owned gotcha clip for their social media feed. But seriously, they look ridiculous when they ask a question and not even let her respond. It's like, are we only going to be asking rhetorical questions, or ask questions that have practically no relevance to the job they're going to be performing? But I mean, what can you expect from Adam Schiff?
Your job will be, I'm speaking, your job will be to protect voters and election workers, not to undermine and dox them. Now, I know that earlier you agreed that Joe Biden is in fact president, but many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Senator, you were speaking. May I speak? You cut me off when I was speaking. When I ask you the next question, you can speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi. Well, I'd like to answer the previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
you pointed your finger at me and said you were speaking.
You did not seem to be familiar
let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be bullied by you,
the
Senator
14th Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you didn't want to hear my answer about Pennsylvania.
After I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed as Attorney General...
You're the one asking for a confirmation vote, ma'am.
Hey, you cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for today.
This is what happens when you ask questions to a real-life professional, and what a solid, polished answer to a Democrat not letting her speak, using his toxic femininity against her, because there's no masculinity with that Democrat. What is the 14th Amendment? Like, shut up and quit polluting the air with useless questions.
If President-elect Trump asks, suggests, or hints that you as Attorney General should investigate one of his perceived political enemies, would you do so?
Senator Hirono, I wish you had met with me. Had you met with me, we could have discussed many things and gotten to know you.
I am listening to you now. Could you respond to the question?
Yeah, you were the only one who refused to meet with me, Senator. But what we would have discussed is that it is the job of the Attorney General to follow the law.
I'm very happy to listen to your responses under oath, Ms. Bondi. So I think it's really important to us that the Attorney General be independent of the White House. And you have a president-elect who considers the AG's office his law firm. I would like to know whether if the president suggests, hints, asks, that you as Attorney General should investigate one of his perceived enemies?
Senator, I certainly have not heard the president say that. But what I will tell you is 2/3 of Americans have lost faith in the Department of Justice. And it's statements like that, I believe, that make people continue to lose faith. If I am confirmed as Attorney General, it will be my job to not only keep America safe, but but restore integrity to that department.
Why don't we
And that's
move
what
on
I
to
plan
something
on
that
doing
you said
every single day as Attorney General.
on August?
Well, the answer should be absolutely, because I want a full-on investigation in the Biden administration for blatantly ignoring the fact that President Joe Biden did not have the mental capacity to serve and still allowed it to happen, as well as the communication between the offices of the Attorney General and people like Letitia James. I want an investigation in the communication between Biden and other world leaders about Ukraine on why we got into this mess, the Afghanistan withdrawal communications. I want an investigation in Trump being spied on. I want Dick Cheney and his dealings investigated more. But if Trump chooses not to for unity's sake, then so be it. But he has every right to at least have an investigation in those kind of things. But the number one thing that needs to happen is fairness, not prosecuting mothers for yelling at corrupt school board members, for transing their kids, not over prosecuting January 6ers for walking in a building. Like, stuff like that is ridiculous.
And it would not be appropriate for a prosecutor to start with a name and look for a crime. It's a prosecutor's job to start with a crime and look for a name, correct?
Senator, I think that is the whole problem with the weaponization that we have seen the last 4 years and what's been happening to Donald Trump. They targeted Donald Trump. They went after him, actually starting back in 2016. They targeted his campaign. They have launched countless investigations against him. That will not be the case if I am Attorney General. I will not politicize that office. I will not target people simply because of their political affiliation. Justice will be administered even-handedly throughout this country, our country. We've got to bring this country back together. We've got to move forward, or we're going to lose.
Well, that question just got flipped on him.